Anybody? Nobody? Now, there were a lot more people than that that raised their hand. Are you saying that you're not brave enough to come up here? Or are you asking the question now, what is my vision? Is it clear enough to live by? Because I think the latter is what's common. And here's what I mean when I say people have misused this word. I think there are people who say things like this. And I was in a classroom. Judy was in that classroom with me a while back. We were doing the workshop on vision. And as we got to this point, I asked one of the gentlemen in the classroom, what's your vision for your life? He said, oh, I'm a billionaire giving away money. I'm sorry, I guess I missed the rest of that. What does that look like? I mean, how does that compel you to do anything? I'm a billionaire giving away. Where did you get the billions? Did you win the lottery? And how did you achieve the billions? Did you sell something big? Or did you get all that from the pawn shop? Where did you get your billions? Because you don't have billions right now. If you're going to give that away, how are you going to give it away? Hey, do I see you sitting on the beach, your flip-flops on, and your Panama Jack shorts on? You got your beach bucket on this side, your beach bucket on this side. Every time people walk by, you're just chunking cash at them? I mean, is that what it looks like to be a billionaire giving away money? Or you're in your ivory tower, and you've got clean water projects in Uganda, and you've got hospitals being built around the world in your name because of the billions of dollars that you're giving away. What does it look like to be a billionaire giving away dollars? So here's something that I know is a fact. If you have a vision for your life, but you can't see it, and I don't mean just put it in words that are flowery and picturesque. I mean, see it in your head, coming to fruition. When you walk by it one day, you'll walk right by it. Now, raise your hand if you've ever pulled up in front of your house, got out of the car and went, well, I don't even remember turning on my street. Raise your hand if you've done that. Raise your hand if you've ever pulled up in front of your house, walked up to the front door, tried to stick the key in and it wouldn't turn, and you looked up and went, that's not my house. You ever done that? No, what? This is a room of Christians. You've never had those late Friday nights that we have. I asked somebody that on one meeting and they said, yeah, I've done that. I'm like, okay, we don't want to know that story. So, most of the time though, you know where home is. You know what that looks like. You know what work looks like. You know what your hobbies look like. You pull up to the lake, you're going to put the boat in, you're ready to go. You know what the lake looks like and what the boat ramp looks like. You know what your destination is. If you went to your GPS and said, I'm going to start here and I'm going to go to, I don't care. Where do you think your GPS is going to send you?
Nowhere.
It has no idea. There is no route to get from here to I don't know. You follow me? The other thing that happens is from here to I don't know, there are a lot of stop signs along the way. A lot of little obstacles that are going to jump up in front of you. And every one of those obstacles is not going to be a small deterrent. Because when you have no clear vision for where you want to go, every obstacle is like, whoa! What if we could take those obstacles and bring them down to size? You know, I remember going to summer camp one year. At the time I had a pink, and yes, I do mean pink. I don't see anybody in here with pink that pink. The lid off of Connie's cup was the color of my Bronco. It was a 6-inch lifted Bronco with 33s on it, a 5.0 and glass packs. It was loud, it was big, and on the front window it said, "Fear this." I did not. I don't have a good picture of that. My kids love that truck. But we're cruising to Pine Cove. How many of you ever been to Pine Cove? You go to those little East Texas back roads, and you get on that little back road that runs between Pine Cove and Silverleaf resorts out there, and that road's about this wide. And so my truck's kind of bouncing off of both sides of the road, and we come up to a place where there's a lot of cars lined up. And I can see around them, maybe from here to the street, that the reason they're lined up is that this live oak tree has fallen across the road, and there's not even a bar ditch on either side to go around it. So these cars are just stacking up. It's camp morning. I mean, it's the only way to get to camp. And there are cars just stacking up behind us. And I look up there, and there are two guys with their little Toyotas pulled off to the side, and they're digging chainsaws out of their trunks, and I'm thinking, this is going to be a while. Me being the kind of guy that I am, I reached in the back for a tow rope, and I grabbed the tree with the front of my truck, and I drug it off to the side of the road, so at least we could go around it. Now, somebody still had to come back and cut it up, I'm sure, but I didn't allow that little obstacle in my life to stand between us and camp, where others would have looked at that and went, no camp this year, I'm turning around and going the other way. If you run into obstacles in your life, and the magnitude of the obstacle stops you from where you're at, then the question that I want to ask is your vision big enough?